What do you think the chances are that February 1st the tariffs are a go?
It's likely that it will go through. We have heard potentially that oil will be excluded from these tariffs, but it's unclear as to if that will happen or not. These tariffs that are being proposed are really just being used as a negotiating tool for what is unclear. Are we trying to just get the US a better trade deal? At the end of the day, though, these tariffs are not going to work, and the consumers are the ones who are going to feel those negative effects.
Yeah, but do you get the sense that your fellow Americans buy into that they believe that? From the northern side of the border, we're seeing people cheer this on. It looks like everybody's a pretty big fan of it.
I think when you look into it, some may be excited, but when you look at what this is actually going to do, it's not going to bring cost of living down. It's not going to reduce the cost of goods. We've heard this rhetoric from President Trump before of, America first, buy American. Unfortunately, though, we need our trading partners. We need Canada in particular. And if we impose these types of tariffs, it is going to be problematic. Even if there aren't retaliatory tariffs put back on the US, it's still going to affect American consumers negatively. So I don't think it is as popular of a policy right now than the president might think.
There's actually a pretty united front on the idea that tariffs are bad and that tariffs are just a tax on your own people. And it's going to hurt us. We're in an affordability crisis. My sense is that people realize that they're in an affordability crisis. They can't pay a lot of money for groceries and everyday essentials anymore. And these tariffs are just going to make things worse. If you look back at history, there's so many examples of tariffs not working and retaliation not working. Even if you go back to like 1930, there's the Great Depression, there's the Smoot-Hawley tariffs. Americans put tariffs on so many things, and world trade fell by like 66%, and it prolonged the Great Depression. And Canada retaliated, and by retaliating, they ended up in an economic depression. More recently, in 2018, we had the steel and aluminum tariffs that were imposed by President Trump. Even with washing machines that same year, they wanted to make more washing machines in the United States. They put a tariff on that, and it was Americans who ended up paying for that. Retaliation is just shooting ourselves in the foot. Economists agree that tariffs and retaliatory tariffs, any tariffs at all, affect the poorest in society the most.